ID.BUZZ is the newest member of electric VW family, but it's definitely not an ordinary electric car. Some say it's a resurrection of an icon, as this EV's design is inspired by the classic, legendary VW Microbus. ID.BUZZ combines retro style with the modern technology, so it should be an attractive choice for those who have sentiments for the past but want to move forward to the future. As always, unlike other car reviewers, I will not talk about the things you can see for yourself at a car showroom. Instead, I briefly and clearly cover three most important things that others choose to keep silent about, but you definitely need to know. How much you can travel with a fully charged battery in real life, how long will it take to charge it, and how much it would cost to purchase and operate this EV compared to the fuel-powered alternatives. By the way, OEV4ME regularly uploads videos about the latest electric cars, so subscribe to our channel. Be sure to click on the bell icon to receive notifications so that you don't miss the reviews most relevant for you. I'm Tadas from OEV4ME, about electric cars in a nutshell.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school, so you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.
ID.BUZZ is built on the MEB electric car platform, so the technical characteristics of this EV will certainly not surprise those who know the capabilities of ID.3 or ID.4. The main difference with other electric VW models is its size. This bus is 13 centimeters longer than the ID.4 and its wheelbase even 22. This allowed significantly increase the space inside the car. It's true that for now only 5-seater or cargo ID.BUZZ can be ordered, but a 7-seater version of this model with an even longer platform and larger battery should be revealed soon. For now, only one 77 kWh battery is offered, which allows this very attractive but not very efficient electric car to cover up to 330 kilometers in real-life conditions, which is at least 80 kilometers less than the ID.4 with similar specifications. And although you can expect to drive up to 500 kilometers in the city during the summer, in the winter the electricity consumption of this bus jumps up significantly, and the range drops by at least half when you go out on the highway. We had the opportunity to drive the ID.BUZZ with the temperature outside 6 degrees below zero, so we were convinced that its charming and practical design requires sacrifices. Because the shapes of this resurrected legend are not very aerodynamic, so the consumption reached more than 30 kWh per 100 kilometers, which means that you would only cover around 200 kilometers with a full battery. We can only hope that the version with the larger battery, which is planned to be delivered in the near future, will allow this family electric car to go out not only for trips around the city. Did you know that the battery charging speeds of new electric cars currently on sale can vary up to 7 times? Yes, up to 7 times. This means that one EV may need only 5 or 6 minutes to charge for a 100-kilometer journey, while other new electric car from the showroom will take even 40. So please do not ignore information on the charging power and pay attention not only to the maximum theoretical charging speeds advertised by the manufacturers, but also find out the average speed or charging curve that will show how much time you will actually spend at the charging stations. MEB platform electric cars can be charged up to 11 kW of power using AC chargers, which will allow you to add about 40 km of range per hour. Nothing spectacular, but it's more than enough to charge an electric car at home overnight. The peak power for fast DC charging is 175 kilowatts, but the average charging speed for charging the battery from 10 to 80% will be around 115. And this means that it will take about 13 minutes on average to charge 100 kilometers of range. It is important to mention that, at least for now, the ID.BUZZ does not have a battery preconditioning function, which heats or cools the battery to the most optimal temperature for charging. So the charging speed is significantly reduced in winter, which translates into twice as long time needed to charge the battery. Keep this in mind. Unfortunately, the cost of purchasing electric cars is one of the main factors that still discourages buyers from switching to these more environmentally friendly vehicles. But you should not look only at the purchase price of the car, calculating how much it will actually cost you to own and maintain it every month. Here's what you need to know before making the final decision to buy or not to buy this electric car.
As with all electric cars, the initial purchase price of the ID.BUZZ is higher than the fuel-powered alternatives, at least for now. In this case, the VW Multivan is about 11,000 euros cheaper, but regular maintenance costs of a gasoline-powered bus are more than 4 times higher than those of an electric car. Gasoline costs are at least 2 times higher than electricity. So after driving 100,000 kilometers in 5 years, the total costs equalize. And after evaluating the residual sales values, the numbers become more favorable for the electric car. And all this even without the state subsidies for an electric cars. Great.
So, all things considered, we can see that the VW ID.BUZZ's running costs, otherwise total cost of ownership, are lower than the petrol-powered alternative. Therefore, when making a decision on the purchase of EV, rely on calculations and do not give in to panic due to rising electric prices and unaffordable electric cars.